Let's talk how the other half live. Please note this video is entirely unscripted, so I'm going to try and form some sort of cohesive pattern, but there's probably going to be some rambling involved. So this was a documentary I was on way back in, I don't know, 2009, 2010, where I was just some stuck-up, pompous little brat. But it's something which I really enjoyed doing. It's something which I'm very happy to have done, and it's something which I'm very, very proud of Dad of doing. All the help that we gave Cal and Iris, it was it was wonderful. It was fantastic, and I'd happily do it 1,000 times over. Looking back on the documentary now, which you can see on my dad's YouTube channel, I think, and looking at some of the comments on there, yeah, of course, like a lot of them are saying, the little boy is such a stuck up dick and everything, and yeah, I agree. I was, of course, I was. I was a product of my upbringing, unfortunately, where for 12 years of my life, being around posh people was all I knew. That's all I knew. Going first class on aeroplanes, and whatever I wanted, I could have straight away, which is both, fun and toxic at the same time. But it is something which that's all I knew. That is all I knew, which is unfortunate. But now, I'm a lot more exposed to the miseries of the world. And of course, I can understand, as since the video is kind of blown up now, YouTube must be showing it in people's recommended or something. A lot of people have a lot of questions, and I'll try and answer some of them as best I can. The key one being is Iris and Becca still in touch? And to the best of my knowledge, yes and no. They're still friends on Facebook and everything, and I think they occasionally message each other. But I can't 100% tell you. I've kind of been kept out of the loop there. And another question being, is Cal still working for Dad? Um, she did work for Dad for quite a while after the documentary concluded, but then she voluntarily left to go to uni, and from what I've heard, she's doing very, very well for herself now, which is fantastic news. It's great. Thing is, the documentary itself was quite a learning curve for me, a very steep learning curve, definitely. Um, you see me at the start of the documentary where I'm boasting how many rooms the house has, and then claiming it's not a mansion. Bullshit, of course it's a mansion. Also, upon rewatching the documentary, um, my jeans. Jesus Christ. Another thing was where I say now pretty much infamous words. You can easily change being poor. I'm paraphrasing a bit, but again, that quote is just a product of my upbringing. It was all I knew. Um, Both my parents had changed it, and unfortunately, it was just a slip of the tongue to say the word easily, as I did, because you can't easily change it. Of course, you can't. It's a crazy, ridiculous notion to have. But I was a naive 12-year-old at the time, and I said a lot of stupid stuff when I was 12. But fortunately, a lot of stupid stuff was also broadcast on national television. uh, that documentary was definitely something which I really enjoyed doing, and something I'm sure my dad really enjoyed doing as well. Some bratty little snobby kid who thought he knew everything about the world when It obviously didn't. I didn't know everything about the world, I just knew everything about my world. And Mum put it very, very well in the documentary, where we had been living in this little bubble. But look, if you do have any more questions about the documentary itself, contrary to what my last video may have implied, I'm actually more than happy to answer them, because it is something which it's a beautiful thing, the friendship of Iris and Becca, and Dad's generosity. It was wonderfully made. And yeah, I mean, if you do have any other questions, then please just let me know in the comments, and I will try and answer them as best I can. So, bye for now.